Today I'm gonna harvest my Flow Hive. I've already done this twice before last year, but this is the first time this year. I'm more prepared this time. I know what to expect. So I acquired my Flow Hives from my wife's grandpa, and he didn't have the platform to like set the jars nicely on there like in the video, which looks pretty spectacular, but I just don't have it. So I built a platform to rest the jars. I got the jars, and then what I did was I took the little tube that you put right into the Flow Hive, and I used one of these plastic containers right here. I put a hole in it, and just some generic plastic container, put a hole in it, used the lighter, and then it gave me this. And this, because last time when I harvested, a ton of bugs got in, so I'm hoping if I have this on there, it'll block the bugs. I mean, not a ton of bugs, but every once in a while a bee would get in. Let me show you the setup of the hive. Alright, so I'm in Northern California in the Bay Area, and these are my two hives. I have a single brood box here and a double brood box there. And then since I didn't have that platform, like I said, I just stuck up some cement blocks and put this wooden plank across the way, 2x4. I don't know, I'm not manly enough to know the terms of wood, but it's a piece of wood that's flat. This is the hive closest to me. This one right here is the one that I'm gonna harvest today. So hopefully it works out good. Another thing is I'm gonna try harvesting without wearing a bee suit, to start, because I think they'll be okay. If things get a little crazy, then I'll be putting on my bee suit. You can see the frames are also looking nice and full. And for some reason when I put this tube in, some honey's already coming out, so that tells me that something isn't lined up correctly. But it's not coming out heavily, so I don't know why it's dripping, so I need to mess with that. You can see it's all capped. Everything is capped. That's when you know your honey's ready to harvest. So hopefully if I set this up correctly, my hive is at a little bit of an angle so the honey flows out of it. And when I put the key in and twist it, break all the comb, the honey should come out. So let's see if that happens. So I just broke it. Honey should start, in theory, pouring out. There's all the honey. So since I started harvesting, the hive has definitely gotten more active, and for some reason honey is coming out the bottom of the hive. So somewhere along the way something broke and it's drizzling out, so I'll show you. There's the honey that's coming out. Filled up one jar so far, and that one's filling up too. Still a good amount coming out. I'm on my last frame harvesting it, and the bees have definitely come out now. They seem a lot more agitated than before. Still though, pretty calm. In general, I haven't had to put on a suit yet. So there's a bunch that have come out. I think it's because some of the honey is going through the hive, but I don't know. It might also just be because of the time of day. So this is my almost 5th full bottle. This other hive is also pretty active maybe it's just because I'm back here. I don't know. Even though I try to do a little cover to keep the bees out and protect from the wind, some still get in. You just pick it out. It gives it a little flavor. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't do anything. You just pick out the bees. I'm getting those warning bees where like one will just come and hover and buzz around your face. But I haven't been stung yet, which is nice. The beehive that I got is a winterized beehive that I got from this guy. Super nice dude. He's a master beekeeper, which I just found out that's a thing. There's like bee clubs and stuff you can join. There's so many things with bees, it's pretty crazy. But anyway, I bought a beehive from him, and then later on in the year, the beehive swarmed and it went into the neighbor's tree.
It's bee swarm today, so now he's going to go and get them down.
I caught it and then I split it into 2 beehives, and they've been flourishing. There's just so much flow and they're just grabbing so much honey and nectar and everything, and so I'm gonna have to harvest the second beehive too. Daddy, oh, look at the doggy. So, we got 5 jars of honey, 30 pounds of honey. That's 30 pounds of honey harvested from 5 flow frames, which is pretty good. It's not too shabby. That means each jar weighs as much as she does. No, I don't know how much she weighs. I don't know how much she weighs. That's it right there, and exciting stuff. I could only harvest 5 frames because one of them, the cells weren't properly aligned, so it'll probably be filled up in like a week or 2. I'll harvest that one then. Yeah, a pretty good haul from these flow frames.